know somebody talking. Y'all still posting stuff. So the Kenneka brother did some shit. Somebody will call me as soon as I get on here. Bell binding. I'm good, and you? Hey, y'all. Who's calling? Okay, I am. I'm in the middle of something. What's going on? This Shafika. I'm good. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Good morning. What's the bond? Oh, you need an attorney. What's his name? Hey, y'all. Okay. And what's the charge? I'm sorry, y'all. Hey, y'all. Hey, Jay. Okay. And when did he get arrested? He just went to court this morning. They not gonna let you see him. What's your phone number? And I'm gonna call you back. Uh-huh. 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 Hell. Okay. Give me just a few minutes and I'm gonna get all of his information pulled up and then I'll call you back and let you know what we can do. Okay, baby. All right. Bye-bye. Hey, Janice. Hey, Jay. Somebody would call me as soon as I try to log in on here. How y'all doing today? It's so crazy. I got another little thing. I keep getting more posts. Even since I put this up, people are tagging me on other information or supposed information about Kenneka's homicide. Hey, Robert. Hey, Doris. Ain't this the strangest shit you ever heard? Like, listen, this case to me, I'm trying to get it shared because again, I can't do it from my main page. I never can get this right. This case is so weird to me. Like when I very first heard the case, I knew it didn't sound right to find somebody in a freezer that had been at a hotel with a group of friends. Hey, Marquita. You gotta check back in, let me know how everything's going. Tori, I know I said that. So listen, I said from the beginning that her friends had to have known something was going on. Let me tell you my reason for that. Cause I can remember back as a teenager right out of high school when you would get together with your friends and get into shit. You know what I'm saying? It wouldn't always be mischief or whatever, but we would just get into shit. We who got a car, everybody could ride in the car. We went through the hotel room thing. It's something that gets in your head about the hotel room. Parents start getting kids hotel rooms for prom. And then that's like their next step to get away from the house. They can get a hotel room so they can get an apartment. But anyway, I thought about me. And I thought about how when friends of mine that I thought were friends of mine and I would get together and do things. And I wondered how I would handle it if we was in a hotel and we already know we doing some shit in the hotel, or it's something going on that we don't want our parents to know about. That's why you at the hotel room and not in the house or the yard. And if one of our friends was missing, right, while we at the room, all of a sudden my homegirl just missing, you think I'ma just call her mama? If I think something is wrong, right? If I think something is wrong with her, then I'm going to call the police and call her mama and let her know. But the last thing in the world you going to do with your real friend is call the parent and tell the parent that she came up missing at a hotel. That was my thought. Unless they wanted them to find her, right? Because they dumb. Obviously, they don't have no life experience. So I felt like they alerted the parents so that they could go to the hotel and look for her and find her. Therefore, it wouldn't be on them. It would be like, you know, they didn't know what else to do and their friend just came up missing. So that was my immediate thought, right? My immediate thought was, them bitches know what happened to her, right? And I said, well, maybe since they was friends, and I looked at some of the pictures of them together right fast, I said, maybe the girl had alcohol poisoning or something, you know what I'm saying? Or maybe she overdosed. And that's because drugs and stuff are different now. Like when I first got out, you had a little alcohol and you had a little weed, right? That's all we had access to when I graduated high school. You could smoke a blunt or a joint, and you could drink some Mad Dog 2020. And the most that was going to happen to you, if you overdid either one of those, was you was going to wake up with a really bad next day. But these kids and the generations are different. They call them Generation Y millennials. These millennials got Percocet, Molly, meth. They got all of these drugs that they combine and lean. They mixing it or whatever. So I'm thinking, okay, maybe the young lady died. They woke up and she was dead because of all of the drugs they took, right? And maybe, this a reach now, maybe they didn't want her body to be bad. So they put her in the freezer to save her. Because they didn't want to tell the mama that they had been doing all of these drugs. This is what I'm thinking, because I'm still trying to think of they was friends, right? This is my mind. But now that the story is coming out, and I don't know if y'all watch it, y'all can go back on my page and look. But there's an engineer who broke the live down to them in the room, and it sounded like somebody in the room said they raping her to the girl that was on the live, and they stupid, and the girl was like, I told you so. And then this morning I saw a post that was supposedly of one of the girls Snapchats or something where maybe somebody inboxed her and offered her $200 because they wanted to rape. Now that could be fake news, okay? That could be Trump news. But this story is so relatable to me, right? Because it could have been me. That's the first thing I think about when I hear this story. I think about, damn, all of the times I got in a car with a bunch of girls, or a dude back when Suburbans and shit came out and we ain't know no better. We would fill up every seat, like however many people could fit in that bitch. We would get in it and ride and get into whatever the night took us to. And I thought about how many times that could have been me in my bad judgment. And then I think about, you know, I'm a mother and, you know, my baby is young. But it's even scarier to me because my baby is young, and the drugs that these people do now scare me. Like the drugs y'all do now, like y'all pouring lean in a drink, smoking a blunt, and popping a pill all at the same time. I'm looking at that like you almost trying to commit suicide to get high every day. You know, I just can't understand it. So I'm fearful that my baby is going to be in this next generation. And let me tell y'all something. Them little girls is 18 to 23. You know what I'm saying? We call them millennials. My question for y'all is, what are the kids that are coming up behind them gonna be capable of doing? Like, when I was in high school, these heifers would be capable of putting you on a three-way and setting you up to get jumped. Now, that happened a lot. I mean, that really did when I was coming up. And I tell people now, if they had Facebook when I was in high school, I probably would be in parchment, because I can remember at every school, Lanier, Murrah, all of these schools, and y'all can lie and say or act, like y'all oblivious to it. But in that three-way generation, some of you helpers was real low down and dirty and would really set somebody up to go to the game with you because you knew your homegirl was going to jump on them. And that happened a lot. So now, fast forward that 10, 15 years, and these kids that y'all was having at 14 and 15, and that's not judgmental when I say that, okay? So calm down, because I had associates that had teenage babies, right? I'm going to say associates because we're not friends now. We just happen to be in the same place at the same time. But those young mothers that had those babies didn't instill a lot of values in these kids that are turning into adults now. These are those children. These are all those kids whose mamas was 14 to 17, who didn't really rear them, who a lot of them were raised by other family members or just however they could live if they were forced to live with their parents. And this fact's not judgment. I mean, I don't want y'all to get offended when I say it, but I done got to a point in life where I just look at things like realistically, okay? So realistically, I ain't the only one that's seen this shit. Y'all see this, right? When you see these kids get arrested and they mamas be on the news, they ain't but 30-something, and they teenagers, they was just breaking in buildings, y'all need to start doing the math on that. They mama was 15. They didn't really know what to tell them, the do's and the don'ts. They didn't know how to tell them to navigate through these situations. I ain't go on to what nobody knew how to tell me. But it's time now, like for us that are paying attention to this and seeing it, that maybe we need to start having some tough conversations, not just with our kids, but the ones that we see around us. Like some of y'all see y'all friends' kids and y'all see some shit they not doing or they missing. It ain't gonna hurt you to just say it out your mouth to them like, look, let me talk to you. 5 minutes. I tell kids now, your kids get in front of me, I share with them, listen, all of them people, they not your friends. I had to tell my stepson that. And I love him dearly. He got such a big heart. He thinks that all of his friends that are around him, like everybody that goes to the same school as him, he was already in the habit of saying, my brother, this, and this. He barely 16 years old at the time. And I said, baby, listen, let me tell you a harsh reality that nobody ever told me. All of these people that you are calling your friends today, or your brother, or you think that y'all have this huge bond, you need to realize that these people are only in your life because of a situation. Those people are in your life because y'all live near each other, or y'all happen to be at the same school. It's strictly by chance. You have an opportunity that when you don't have to be where it is that your mama told you to be every day, like when you graduate, you can choose where you want to go to college. You can choose where you want to live. You can make these changes on your own. And when you do that, you are going to be introduced to different people. So you can't just say every time you meet somebody and have a conversation with them for longer than 5 minutes that that's going to be your friend and your sibling. That's not it. That's just relative. You just going to run into them. They really just strangers. And half of them, I can tell y'all this, I know I'm not the only one. Since I graduated high school, there are some people I never saw again. Even on Facebook, it's people that went to my high school that have a Facebook page. They don't even have no picture up. I don't even really know if it's them, but I got them on my page because it say they went to my high school, but they ain't got no damn picture. I don't know who the hell they are. And then just because they connected to me on my own, this damn phone, I don't know who the hell they are. I don't wish them no bad, but we gotta call this shit for what it is. We don't know these damn people. For real. Okay, sorry, Raina is sick. You open it up. It's Sarah. I'm telling you, come back off of there, Raina. I went to take her to school today, and she had a snotty nose, so I just decided not to put the school through that. But I'm kind of realizing now how come people take their kids to school sick. You want to tell people, hey, come here. Say hey, everybody. You're not going to say hey? She don't care. Okay, see you later. She don't care about that, but I'm gonna get her down before she give y'all a snotty nose. I'm probably gonna have a snotty nose before the week is out anyway. But anyway, that's why this story is so critical to me, though, y'all. This story is real critical to me because that young girl thought that she was in a surrounding with friends, right? She thought that because those people were at the same school her parents put her in, because that was the closest school to where they lived or where they could afford to have her, right? Because clearly if they had money to have her in private school, which doesn't mean it's better, it's just an example, she would have had a different set of friends. She would have never met those young ladies. But because she didn't, which is neither bad nor good, it's just the reality of what it is that has happened. So she thought those were her friends. Even I looked at the post, even those were her sisters, all of that, right? They left her dead body in a hotel freezer. Can you imagine that? Can you imagine how you could, I wouldn't want to do a dog like that. To be honest, I could not imagine, and I don't even like house dogs or pets. Those of y'all that know me know that. But I could not imagine taking somebody's lifeless body that just was in a car with me and just broke bread with me and just was taking pictures and videos with me and putting a dead body in a freezer and then having to face their parents and tell them I didn't know where she was. Or I just can't imagine what kind of heart a person could have. And the saddest part is, my theory of it is that we are raising them to be cold and heartless and not value human life. It's something that we're raising them to do, sometimes even unconsciously. Like that particular generation of kids, I'm gonna go back to my stepson. I remember when he was 6, and I'm not a gamer. Some of y'all are gamers, and y'all understand your kids are gamers. So this is just my theory. Remember, my baby is just 5. But 10, 15 years ago, everybody was so wrapped up in playing these Grand Theft Auto games and whatever. I didn't pay, you know what I'm saying? I didn't know nothing about it, right? And I remember one day the baby brought the game to the house and he wanted to play the game. I didn't think nothing of it. Like, that's a good babysitter. So we hooked the game up and I sat back on the couch and he proceeded to log in and start playing the game. And it wasn't on 3 minutes, right? And he was having to shoot a crackhead in the head, steal a car. I don't even know. Maybe that's, if y'all correct me if I'm wrong, I think it was Grand Theft Auto. I was so disturbed. Like, I was like, how in the hell is a 5-year-old saying he got to run somebody over? Like, you got points for running up on the sidewalk and driving over a person. And then it looked like blood was coming. It really looked like blood was coming out. Now, I don't understand why you need a game like that, right? That's not real life. I don't understand. That's illegal all over the world. You can't just ride around in your car and run people over on the sidewalk and shoot crackheads in the head. Anybody in the head, right? But this game is saying that it's cool. And this is the game that many of you watched little kids playing, or you didn't watch them because it was a good babysitter, right? You let them play it in their room all day, all set, so they would have a babysitter. But what you have done is you have disheartened them. Really, I mean, if they've been driving people over, shooting people in the head, then the next thing you did, these movies that come out, I'm grown. Saw. Y'all remember, Saw came like, it might be Saw 10 now, but it was Saws that came out. I couldn't watch it. Once I found out that somebody was chopping limbs off of people, my mind said, why do I want to see that? Right? Why do I want to see what it looks like for a human limb to be torn off or chopped off of a body? Why would I don't even want to see that. Like, I don't want to see that. Even now, I've never seen a Saw. I refuse to ever. I don't care how good the scary movie is or what everybody want to do. I will keep my baby from looking at that. Like, she might sneak and see that shit, but she will not see it on my watch. And she know if I find out, I'm going to tune her ass up about it, because I said we not watching this shit. But what has happened, though, is collectively, that generation of kids, those are ones that's getting loose on our streets now. And they don't care about people getting killed. It doesn't bother them when arms or limbs get cut off or people get shot. It's not registering to them because life is a video game. That's my theory. That's my theory. It is. It is. What Trey said, it's so horrifying. It really is. I'm so fearful that if we don't get a handle on where this generation is going, that, I mean, I just don't know if we'll be able to even live day-to-day life. They about to be loose on the street. Can y'all imagine it? That is a really good perspective of what is about to be the new adults. Right now, those are the people who are going to be living next to us, potentially. Or if they don't live next to us, luckily I'm at an age now, I can buy a house somewhere else. But guess what? Those people going to be living next to somebody. Sharon, I get that. Sharon says she watches the scary movies and she not a killer. I get it, right? But my point on that was, just like now, you're an adult. So that's a choice, right? That's your personal choice. But do you think that is right? I know the rating zone is say 17 or 18 or older. What about the parents that allow their small children to watch those movies and just tell them that's just a movie, that's just fake? Is it not desensitizing them? I think that it is. I think that it is not just desensitizing them, it's not helping them actually develop the value of human life. I really do. I promise you, I really think it's a direct correlation in that. Real talk. If they are of age, and I don't know if 17 is really even old enough, because I didn't understand human life at 17. And we didn't have all this shit. But at 17, I can tell you honestly today, at 17, I was a dumbass. Yeah, I might have knew algebra. I might have knew how to write a sentence. You know what I'm saying? I might have knew certain things, but real life shit I didn't know. I wasn't prepared for this world at 17 years old. I wasn't prepared at 19. I was fucking up at 19. I was going around with people saying they was my friends because we worked at the same place or we found ourselves in the same proximity. So I thought those were people that I could have relationships with. I didn't know how to discern people. I didn't know how to discern situations. I didn't know how to say, is this what I need to be doing right now? I just did what I did because that's where I ended up at 17, probably to 22 or 23 years old. I can't be the only one. And it could have a lot to do with economics. I didn't come from a family that was well off, that had the money to afford to put me in certain places, right? I didn't have that luxury. I didn't have finances that could put me at a top school in a different situation. I didn't. And I didn't have anybody around me that was constantly enforcing it. I mean, they weren't. And I talked to people that went to my high school. It was such a shame looking back at my high school. I had a counselor in my high school that I believe Hines Community College paid her, because once you got to about 11th or 12th grade, she would tell you to start filling your papers up for Hines Community College. That was like the directive. That was all that I thought. By the time I made it to 12th grade, I was like, I don't even really need college, because all this lady has ever been telling me about is Hines Community College. That was what I was geared to at that time, and it wasn't just me, it was our school. You know, I can't say what happened at other schools, but it is what it is. My grandmother was doing the best that she could. She didn't have money, and I had a grandmother that was raising me, that the generation was so different. So when I graduated, my grandmother was already in her 70s. Right? So imagine the difference in where she was about what was happening versus like now. Now, grandmama's not 70 years old. I ain't gonna lie. I looked at y'all this weekend down on Beale Street. Beale Street was full of grandmamas. I was thinking to myself, like, all of my fucking grandmamas on Beale Street. Them was the same bitches who I used to be on Beale Street with before I had kids. But back then, they had kids. They had these kids. Like the grandmamas that was, y'all think about this shit now. The grandmamas that you just saw partying their ass off, they just mid-40s maybe. They got 20-year-olds, right? They ready to party. I was doing that at 20. And they was too. So you can imagine what the fuck they kids doing. I don't even be shocked. When I see somebody who mama ain't but 45 and they 20, I be like, shit, life ain't gonna be no crystal stair for them. Cause they mama is just enjoying the freedom enough to be able to move about and go and do things on her own. And the only one, yeah, I ain't the only one. Somebody said grandmama 25. And it is possible. It's possible. Real talk. Look at the boy who attacked the lady in Byram and cut her ear off. Shit, his mama ain't even 40 years old. She ain't even 40. Y'all just think about this shit. These people who are committing these crimes that we're saying, them teenagers, they parents aren't even 40 years old. So what the fuck was they teaching them 15 years ago? Because 15 years ago, I couldn't have told nobody how to live life. Hell, I didn't know. I rarely can say now. I just know how to live life. I got some aspirations now that are different. Like, life is different now. And that didn't hit me until I started losing people, right? I started really losing people and seeing death. And that's what made me appreciate life, when death started hitting home to me. But at 15 years old and 25 years old, death don't really hit you. Your mamas and your grandmamas are really not in that age to be dying unless they get murdered or they have some extreme circumstances. So that's why it took life a little longer to catch up with me. Now, all your mamas and your grandmamas and stuff, they all passing away. Those are reminders to me to go ahead and try to live life a little harder and do some different things. But this generation that's about to be free, who gonna catch them? Who gonna tell them don't go in the hotel rooms with people? Who gonna tell them the life lessons? Like, now, I know now. And this is something y'all need to tell y'all 9th graders. It's no need for 4 people to ride in a car. You don't need but 2 people in one car. You don't need 4 people in the car. 4 people is finna be a problem. 3 girls in one car is gonna be a problem. And that's grown. That's like right now today. Like right now today, I don't want to ride in a car with 3 different bitches that's between the ages of 40 and 50. I don't even take girls trips like that. This is something that I know now. I'm not gonna get on a plane and go out of town with 5 women for 4 days. That shit finna be a fight. They not finna, I don't give a shit who you are. You could be, I went to Miami with 2 sisters. Them bitches was fighting in the room day 2. I'm talking about day 2. They was in their battle royale up in that bitch. Knock down, drag out, fight. So you think y'all can do that with people you ain't have to never see no more after the trip? No more than 2 people in the car. The people that you meet are not your friends. Those are just people that you running across casually on your day. Just because you happen to see them more often doesn't mean that they closer to you. Just speak nicer. If you see me every day when we walk down the sidewalk, say good morning. That's all you obligated to do, and you're really not. Just Mississippi obligates us to speak to people. We a nation, from the South, you have to speak to people. I believe in that. That's a rule. If you see them, say hi, keep it moving. Just because y'all keep being at the same place at the same time don't mean that y'all have to coordinate and do it again. That's not going to make it any better. That's not going to make it fun. That's not going to make it be lit. None of that. That's going to cause problems. 2 people in a car. Find you one person that not only is around you, maybe in proximity, that is also maybe doing better than you. Like, I ain't gonna lie, I didn't start saying I don't need to even spend my time with people unless those people are doing something that impresses me. Real talk. Not to say that my friends have to be judged like that, but I like to be around people that inspire me to do things. I don't know what those things could be. Anything. It could be that they deciding to go into real estate hard, or they opening up a truck. Like, those are the things that I want to do, right? I want to do productive things. I want to enjoy life. I want to be around people that are doing that. I don't want to be around people who waiting on Friday to come because they want to go to the Mexican restaurant and gossip with some people that they ain't even seen in a month. They just gonna set a table and everybody gonna go to the Mexican restaurant so they can take pictures and post them on Instagram. I'm turned off by that. I don't see nothing but bullshit coming out of that. When I see 12 of y'all at a table talking about some nachos, my mind says, that's some fake shit right there. Because 12 motherfuckers don't eat nachos together unless the game on and y'all edit and it's the roll and you bought tickets. Then 12 people can have nachos together. But 12 people just having nachos together and taking pictures of it. That's just a disaster waiting to happen. All of those people don't like you. Y'all are not all friends. Y'all might be lonely. I don't know what it is. But those are the things that I don't want to do. And those are the things that I think y'all need to start telling your children. Like, that's really not cool. Don't just look at what these people putting pictures on Instagram and Facebook and these little videos and oh, how much fun they having. Like that girl on that live. Y'all see that girl went on live and her friend was being murdered somewhere or was already dead. I'm not sure which one. But you can look at her body and tell, this your birthday? You know what I'm saying? You can see it in her body. But it was something in her that needed to go live. Now, I don't know about y'all. Let me tell you something. If I'm having a good time, it don't even mean no pictures. If I'm having a good time somewhere, if I'm enjoying y'all, if I'm really enjoying my company, whoever is around me, I don't have no pictures of that shit. Because I don't be like, ooh, stop saying that funny stuff. Pause. No, I'm enjoying whatever exchange it is. And I don't need to take a picture of everybody who showed up to post and share with y'all to let y'all know that I'm enjoying myself with other people. It's not stuck up or nothing. It's not fun. And then I get mad sometimes when I'm somewhere and we having a good time and that one motherfucker be like, everybody line up. I'm like, bitch, I just put a nacho in my mouth. I don't want to take no picture. Shit. Did you taste this damn rotel? This not picture time. That's not fun. That's not the fun. I mean, y'all gotta see it. See that picture? Just listen. If you really, really want to have a picture before everybody go home, everybody could be like, let's take a picture right quick to commemorate if it's something. But if we just all sitting around talking about the new Insecure episode, we don't really gotta photograph that. For real. I mean, what we gonna tell our kids later? This is when grandmama was talking about TV with her friends and they was drinking and talking about TV. Here go the pictures though. It was so much fun. Take a picture of me at a ribbon cutting. Take a picture at me at the point of a new idea for a new business venture. Take a picture of me when I sign a new lease. Take a picture of me when it's a contract. Take a picture of me when it's really a milestone in my life, right? If we just around here because we like being around each other, I don't need no damn pictures. Don't tag me in this shit. If I'm at your shit and I came, don't tag me and say I'm with you when we having fun. Because if I find out, I'm leaving. And then I'm going to fall out with your ass if you put me on your live at somewhere where I'm trying to enjoy a company of people. And I ain't talked about it. That ain't fun no more. I'm finna go. I'm about to go. Yeah, and I ain't coming back. I ain't coming no more shit you got. Because you ain't having nothing to enjoy my company. You having something so you can have pictures to show people on the World Wide Web. I don't need that relationship in my life. And that's what I'm going to teach my baby. And I hope that you teach yours. Otherwise, I'm going to be that mama that's going to be on my baby like her mama wasn't shit. That's who I'm going to be. Like my grandmama. My grandmama going to be like, that's her mama. Her mama wasn't shit. Her mama and them had that. They had babies. If I didn't understand it when my grandmama used to tell me that. I didn't understand it. I used to say my grandmama always got something to say. She always got something to say about somebody. But I'm going to be the same one. Her mama was having babies at 14. Her mama's a hoe. That boy don't take care of his kids. They look at their yard. That's the mama I'm going to be. They won't even cut their grass. Why you want to go over there? It's 10 people in their house and their grass ain't cut. I didn't get that kind of shit when my grandmama used to say that. My grandmama done drove to go take me over somebody's house. And when we pulled up, their yard was fucked up. And she kept moving. I was like, grandmama, that's it. She was like, hell no. Ain't no telling what they doing in there. How many people, look at all them cars and stuff. And they won't even sweep the driveway out. You can't go over there. I be at home saying, she's so crazy. She's so stupid. She make me sick. But I ain't have internet to put it on. And I ain't have none of this social media shit. I just had to go in my room and talk crazy to myself about her. But, yeah, my grandma wasn't taking you. No. They live where? I tell her they in apartments. I grew up in Georgetown. On the corner, Erie and Martin Luther King, right there. If you lived in Maple Street Apartments, you better not tell my grandmama about it. You live in where? Hell no, you can't play with them. They can't come over here. Don't let them come over here. And I'm like, we live in the hood. This the hood, that's the hood. She was like, no, that's another hood. Don't do that. She separate. I'm telling you, but she knew because she was 70 years old. So she had seen the decline. She knew Maple Street Apartments. She knew what was happening. They ended up shutting it down. And it is what it is. It was some good people came out of Maple Street Apartments. True enough, it was. But the odds are, mathematically, it was more trouble in Maple Street Apartments than it was good. And my grandmother did not want to take that chance of me going into a situation where I was destined for trouble faster than I was destined to succeed. And that's what y'all need to start doing. Y'all need to start really thinking about this shit. Am I going to be dropping my baby off in some apartments? No. And why? Not because apartments ain't no good, but because I can't control those circumstances. I'm just going to drop my baby off, not at one place. I'm going to drop my baby off that's got 300 families in it all at once and let her walk around in a place that I can't do background checks on 300 families. No, we need to go somewhere else. Find out who that friend is and come away from there and y'all can entertain. Y'all need to start being conscious of that. Y'all can call it bougie, whatever. You can call it whatever you want to. And this coming from somebody who wore house shoes in high school. Now just know that. I wore house shoes in high school, and the people that's on here can tell you, they picked me up from a bus. My mama had a boarded up house we lived in all through high school. I had to play the shit out. People like, did you just come out there? Did she just come out there to abandon house? I thought, did you just, what y'all, they thought I was doing shit. Somebody had reported me once for coming out of an abandoned house on the way to school. Like, oh, she been up in the abandoned house before the bus came. And that's where the fuck I lived at. It was the boards on every goddamn window of the house. So yeah, and my grandmama still was snooty. I still be like, Grandma, we ain't got no windows. You know what I'm saying? Like, ain't no windows on this mug. Like, for real. She still knew she didn't want me to go no further than where I was. Like, but you just deal with your no windows and go in there and sit your ass down and think about what life can be like later. So, yeah. Trust me. This ain't just... And I ain't but 2 steps away from them damn windows now, because I can drive over there in 5 minutes. Yep. There you go, White Rock. Ryan said the same thing. I used to like to go to White Rock, right? But looking back, it was some shit. They had a whole White Rock gang. You got to just, I'm just saying, y'all, you just got to think about this shit. And if I was at a different financial or economic state, none of this stuff would affect me. I would be so far removed from this. I wouldn't have to worry about if my child was going to get in a car full of people and get into certain mischief, because I would be able to afford to have her in a different sector. Now, what would I be worried about then? Because it's going to be a new evil. I probably would be worried about was she going to be snorting the cocaine like all them children coming out of Ole Miss and Mississippi State that's coming from these elite areas. They going to medical school. Y'all see that? The little white girl that was in the car on fortification that was involved in that murder. That girl done graduated from a top school in Mississippi and trying to go to medical school. I'm sure her family is like, damn, how in the fuck did you get involved with a murder with some people in fortification, right? They clearly, how did this happen? We done put you through this best school. You got an opportunity to go to medical school, and now you wrapped up in a murder. So it can happen anywhere. But true enough, you just got to be proactive. If her parents just was paying attention to her and her social media, they might would have been able to catch her before she got involved in a murder. So her grandma said about Sunset. I ain't gonna go through knocking all of those neighborhoods, because I done hung out on Sunset. I done been to White Rock. I couldn't go to White Rock much. I had opportunities to go to private schools. Some of the girls that are in private schools are a lot friskier sexually, a lot earlier. Some of those girls from St. Joe, I can say it. Some of them girls from St. Joe probably had more sexual experience before they left St. Joe than I have right now in life. Because they was afforded opportunities to be able to do it. They ain't know about the struggle. They ain't know about bills. They ain't know about get a part-time job so you can help your mom with these life bills. So they had a chance to go out on dates and make out and have sex and get babies just like us. It was harder for me because I had to get a job and work 40 hours a week while I was in high school to kind of try to help, buy some shoes and shit. So it is what it is. But we need to get a hold of it, because that little girl, Kenneka, what's her name? Kenneka Jenkins. Kenneka not the first one. And y'all go on my page, because I'm going to get off of here. Y'all go on my page. I posted another story for another young lady in Chicago that actually videoed her so-called friend being raped while she was unconscious, and posted the videos and pictures on Facebook. Who does it? Who does it? Why are y'all doing it? What? Why? I mean, why? I be trying to think of myself. I can remember I can remember being in a hotel room. You barely had the money, 2 couples, but we ain't had iPhones, so we probably couldn't video the other people having sex in the other bed. We just had to pull the cover up and act like we was asleep. Like we sleep. We don't know what y'all doing, but we really watching. And we'll talk about it later. Cause like I saw you last night. You thought you was slick. I saw y'all over there. That's all we could do. But now these kids got iPhones and Galaxies and all of that. And then they don't even know how to stop. Like how to leave what happened in their room in their room. Like y'all need to have these conversations with them. Last hour. Oh Lord. Y'all talk about another murder. I did watch. I ain't gonna lie. I tell you, I did. I remember taking that cover and being like this when my friend had brought somebody back, and I'd be asleep. And every now and then, if I move wrong, I'd do a fake snore so they'd keep on. Because I'm watching. That's why I know I can relate. I know y'all can relate to it. Listen. I was 18, 19 years old, just like y'all was 18, 19 years old. So, y'all just got to go on. I'm telling you. Some of y'all, listen. Some of y'all that's laughing right now, y'all think they want to share everything. It's the share world. It really is. If somebody had been doing that in 96 or 97, no, I'd be in parchment right now. My temple wouldn't allow for that. Doris, please. You probably listen. Either it's one or two things. Look at her. What's she gonna with these boots? It's one or two things. If you was out of school in the 90s, if you was graduating even in the late 90s, you either watched or you was the one getting watched. One of the two. Talking being Instagram, I'm still listening. You know. Okay then. Well, there's the answer to that, Doris. But it's okay, no judgment. That's what happened when you 19 or 20. I mean, they just taking it a step further now. We are Scott. I ain't gonna lie. Listen, Scott say we're very voyeuristic. True. Some of y'all post videos and I just have to watch it. I ain't gonna lie. I just have to watch it. I have to just be like, what they doing? I don't know where they live or nothing. I'm gonna watch it. I'm in the AM to PM. Y'all see, I don't know about that AM to PM. I be watching people lives. They be beefing. I be trying to figure out who it is. I be watching the little girl. I can't stop. When it come on, I be like, what? I can't help. Well, Doris, that was not a odd one. If you graduated, we talked about that too. If you was 18 to 20 in the late 90s, 96, 7, 8, 9, maybe even the 2000, it was before this real surge in social media and camera phones. See, you really couldn't do much back then when you had to take a picture and wind that bitch up in a box and then go take it and hope it came out. Even like with Freaknik, you know, it's a lot of people that took pictures in Freaknik and they ain't got no record of it because they took it in them little disposable boxes and the shit didn't develop. They wish so they got all these stories they want to tell you about. Oh, Freaknik, we this, we that. We had some pictures, we had some this, but the shit is gone. But now, these kids having Freaknik on Tuesday afternoon in the yard. I mean, or wherever. It just, wherever they end up at. And we watch. I'm gonna watch. Candy, you make me so sick. Candy said AM to PM exposed her cat. Now, Candy, your literal cat or your cookie cat? Because, see, I'm not gonna say AM to PM exposed it. Y'all got to start being conscious of where y'all put these pictures at. Listen. It's a phase. Everybody goes through it. Once your ass get 18 to 19 years old, man or woman, the odds are you got some pictures that are inappropriate for the mainstream, right? It is what it is. It's either you was at the pool, you was getting a little frisky in your swimsuit, you thought you was sexy, or the boy, you know, y'all men, y'all send y'all little junk pictures out. Y'all don't even care. You gonna take a picture and send them out. Now, I don't think you can fault a group for exposing your nudes when you allow somebody to take the nude. That's where we got to start. If you allow somebody to take the nude, this one thing you got to know. Somebody is going to see it. It is what it is. The first nudes I ever took was one of them pictures like I told y'all about. I had a little boyfriend. We got us an apartment. I'm going to take some nudes. It's just a part of life. They be like this. Y'all remember that? The little picture was in something like this. I was ashamed to take them to go get developed. I tried to find the nicest place to go get them developed. I never forget. They used to have a place in North Park, the high dollar picture place where you go get your pictures developed. And so because I didn't know what was in here, right, in this little box, I didn't want to take it in there because I was ashamed. I knew they was going to see me. I knew, right? So I went to the mall, and my friend worked in the mall, Monica. And I said, Monica, go drop these pictures off of me, please, because I'm ashamed. She was like, why? And I was like, me and my boyfriend took some pictures, and we in there naked. And this was her face. I said, but you can't look at them when they come back. Now, this girl still my friend to this day. She really my friend. Let me tell you what she said. She said, I'm going to drop them off. But I need to tell you something. I said, what? She said, I'm going to look at every single one of them. I said, what? She said, I ain't going to even lie to you. I'm not even going to tell you no lie. When I take these pictures down there, I'm not going to tell them what's on them. But when I go back and pick them up, I'm going to look at every single one. It ain't one I'm not going to look at. I might look at them twice because I'm curious. I ain't going to be able to have it and not know what y'all was doing. I'm going to look. And I had to roll with it because I wanted to see what the pictures look like myself, right? I had to roll with it. And that's what I did. Now, those pictures I held in my hand, they went from there to here, right? In my hand, they was in that box. They gave you the film back, all of that, right? That's what I had to deal with. Now, y'all letting people take pictures of y'all in phones that could screenshot, that could go 1,000 different places. If you let somebody take a naked picture of you in a phone, you might as well just go get naked in the front yard. I mean, you need to give that up. You can't control that environment no more. If you want to go to a hotel room in groups and open up 2 hotel rooms for multiple couples and have sexual experiences, you might as well put it on TV. Go to public access channel and just tell everybody that's what we gonna be doing, because that's what's gonna happen. Charles said Walmart won't give risky pics out. Yeah, they used to. Charles, they used to. Trust and believe me. But ask me, I know I had a husband in the federal pen. I'm probably a star in Pollock. I'm probably like. And I know that. That's why I can't never run for mayor or nothing. Or if I do, I have to just let y'all know. I don't know where all them goddamn pictures at. I don't know. I can't control that. Ain't nothing gonna too much be in no cell phones right now, but where them pictures at that came out them box, I ain't know not to put my face in them or nothing. I mean, nobody told me. Now I know to tell people. I be telling, my friends too. Don't let them do this. Don't let them do that. Put your face. Let me show you how to take them. So don't nobody know. Because they coming back out. They ain't going to stay dead forever. You going to give them to that boy. He going to make, y'all going to break up. And then the new girlfriend going to find them. And she going to expose your ass. She going to show everybody. She be like, you see what that hoe we doing? You see these pictures? She used to talk to Tony and she left her naked pictures over here. Boom, boom, boom. That's what's gonna happen. Sorry. Y'all know I ain't lying. So if your stuff in AM to PM, it's your fault. I know that don't sound like I care much. I do though, but it's your fault. And then at the end of the day, it's almost the same thing everybody got. They almost look the same. They all. I ain't gonna tell that lie. They don't all look the same. Some of y'all ought to be a goddamn shame for letting people see them. I ain't gonna lie. But anyway, I didn't digress. I didn't even mean to get on it. It's time for music hour here with my baby. We gonna play. Uh-oh, here you go. Why your hands cold? Yeah, I really gotta go because she been in some ice or something. Strippers get paid to get these chicks do it for fun. Oh, okay, yeah. Mukio, don't get started. Ryan been on it every day. They think that it's okay to do that because everybody else is doing it. So that's why y'all got to start talking to these kids. I'm telling you, y'all got to quit thinking that these kids have some wherewithal or they understand life just because they understand technology and they can work a Mac or an iPad better than you. Don't think that right there is setting them up for the world. They got technology, and my baby can master an iPad, but am I going to trust her alone? No. I'm going to make sure I tell her. I'm going to make sure. Y'all going to have to start having these conversations with your kids that are uncomfortable. You got to push yourself out. You got to, listen, some of y'all don't know this, but y'all need to start having conversations with y'all elementary children about sex. I know you hate to hear it, right? You hate to hear it. But I know too many people in Jackson Public Schools on all sides. And they are having situations with kindergartners involving sexual activity. Get down, Raina. Listen. Kindergartners. Little kids. Little 7 and 8 year olds writing letters to the other one about having sex. And y'all think it ain't time to talk to them about it. It's time to talk to them. Get down, Raina. It's time to have them conversations. You gotta have. I mean, it is what it is. You gotta start having conversations with them about sex and how to be protected as a little kid. Just like it's okay for them to shoot people down and kill them in them games. You gotta let them know. I kid you not. Last year, or year before that, every year, I could just tell y'all this. Every year, kindergartners and first graders are being exposed to sexual content or sexual conversation from somebody else in their classroom. It might not be your baby, but you can't control where the other baby is coming from. You got other kids that are in a house full of teenagers. They 5 years old, but they got 15-year-old brothers and sisters that may be encouraging them on what to do at 5 because they're ignorant. And y'all can look up ignorance. Look up ignorant and see what it means. But they're ignorant to the ways of the world. And because you're thinking, oh, my baby is just 5, you're going to let them find out about something from somebody who you don't want them to find out about it from. You don't want them to get an idea of what sexuality is and what relationships are from the other kindergartners because you don't have no way to filter it. So at least let them be prepared. I ain't saying you got to go show them Pornhub or Booty Talk 37. I ain't saying that, but have a conversation with them about some fundamentals and about some things that you wait on in life and start introducing it early. So when they talk to somebody at school, they mind ain't blown and they not sucked up into something that you ain't got no control over. You see that? Kelly, you see that? They're going to teacher telling you. See, I be telling y'all better start having these discussions. The girl told her 5-year-old, told her how everything go, where to put it, what to do with it, where the baby come from, how long it's gonna take. They know it at 5. They what you call hunching. They hunching in pre-K. Hunching. That's why they able to murder at this ain't life. It's sad, y'all. But anyway, let me get out because, like I said, I got a child at home that was sick that's now scavenging through this room because she sees me on here. So I'll check back in with y'all. I see with some comments in here about another homicide in Jackson. Lord, I haven't seen it. So Ryan, I'm gonna call you and see can I get back to it, and then I may talk to y'all later. Yes, Booty Talk. To be honest, I learned that was my sex education, really, Booty Talk. And that's sad. That's all I know. you think my grandmama was telling? My grandma sex education from my grandmama was don't bring no babies up in here. That was all I got. Don't bring no babies up in here. You better not bring no baby up in here. That's the only thing that I knew growing up. And that's something that y'all doing. It's time to have some real life conversations. It's time to be like, look, don't bring AIDS up in here. Don't bring herpes up in here. Do y'all know these little kids got herpes? These little kids, you can't even let your child hug and kiss a child and say, oh, give him a hug. Tell him you can't do that. You better not kiss my baby. I don't know if your baby got herpes. It's rampant. Little kids got this shit, y'all. So, yeah, y'all need to... Life hard, y'all. I ain't gonna lie. Life hard. It just is. It's a constant battle. And we got to stay engaged to stay on top of it. Or at least do what we can to keep ours safe. So, but anyway, before y'all have to get me mad, it was nice talking to y'all today. And remember, nothing that I said is legal advice. I'm not a lawyer. I can't tell you what to do. Don't go filing no charges on nobody or suing nobody or telling them that Big Mama gave you legal advice. Because Big Mama is not no attorney. I can't give you no legal advice. This is just Big Mama telling y'all how Big Mama feel in Big Mama's environment in her 4 walls on her little iPad. That's all this is. This is Big Mama talking. But I'm glad y'all came to listen. And I love y'all for it. See y'all later.